We turn to some of the oldest laws on Massachusetts books, the state's liquor laws. Most date back to the end of Prohibition, and as Adam Riley explains, many believe it's time to mix things up.
You can get a wide range of food at Seven Star Street Bistro in Roslindale, but you can't have an alcoholic drink with your meal, even though Chef Chris Lynn says many customers would like to.
Even last night when we had service, we had customers sit down and then realized we didn't have liquor. They ended up taking their food to go. We've had people leave to, which we totally understand.
In Boston, the demand for liquor licenses far outpaces the supply, and the state controls the creation of new ones. A few years back, Lynn considered buying a liquor license on the resale market, but balked at the cost, anywhere from $50,000 for beer and wine to $400,000 for beer, wine, and booze. Later, when Boston released a new batch of licenses, Lynn thought he'd locked one up, but was stymied at the last minute.
They were only designated for areas in economic need or Main Streets districts. We happen to fall 2 blocks outside of a Main Streets district, so we did not qualify, and I was very upset.
Lynn wants the liquor license status quo to change, and it just might happen because State Treasurer Deborah Goldberg, who controls alcohol regulation in Massachusetts, is forming a new task force charged with sizing up existing alcohol laws that date to just after Prohibition.
Basically, everything is on the table.
Which could also be good news for Ian Hunter and Jesse Brenneman, who own Deacon Giles Distillery in Salem.
Well, the state franchise laws are first and foremost in our mind.
Those laws govern the relationship between producers like Hunter and Brenneman and the wholesalers who distribute their products across the state. Right now, Hunter says the producer operates from a position of weakness if that relationship goes sour.
It's very hard to terminate that distributor relationship once it's established. It's very costly. It involves a lot of lawyers and a lot of time.
Hunter and Brenneman want to see that playing field leveled and a reduction in the red tape required to make and pour spirits. Any big changes to the status quo could prompt an outcry from people who already own a valuable Boston liquor license or from liquor wholesalers reluctant to give up their clout. The good news for Lynn, Hunter, and Brenneman is that the treasurer thinks the status quo is untenable.
This is for real. This isn't so we can just say, oh, we did that, good. Here's a couple of recommendations and let's move on. I'm looking at a 21st century industry.
Adam Riley, WGBH News.